Golf has always been a sport associated with wealth and status, enjoyed by the upper classes as an opportunity to show off their knowledge of etiquette and style. And while this may have been true in past decades, today, golf is seen as one of the ultimate symbols of luxury and privilege, especially among the well-to-do. How did golf go from being popular among all social groups to being closely linked with extreme affluence? In this video, we'll dive into how golf became known as one of the most exclusive sports for those who have money. Hello, and welcome to the Business Phil. Before starting our video, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and click the notification bell for more amazing content. Now let's get this video started. Is golf a rich man's sport? You will find this controversial conversation about golf, and we think it's time to answer it in a detailed way. Is golf a game for rich people? Both yes and no. Golf is a sport for rich people, depending on the choices you make when buying golf equipment or a membership to the golf course where you play. In modern times, golf is easier to get into, but there are still some costs that make it harder to get into. Now let's talk about a little bit of golf's history. To better understand how golf became a sport of the rich, let's look at its origins. History of golf. Golf started in Scotland and later spread to the UK, the rest of Europe, the US, and now the whole world. It is a sport that was started by the nobles and the King of Scotland in the 15th century. The game was meant to be played by rich people and other elitists. Nonetheless, in modern times, the game is played by people who are passionate about golf and have enough money to buy golf equipment and pay for their membership, which isn't very expensive if you're a good bargainer. Some people ask if golf is a white man's game. It used to be mostly a sport for white people, but now people of all colors play it all over the world. In the sport of golf, players like Tiger Woods, who are not white, have done very well. So, the game is great for people who have a passion and want to get better at it. Let's move on to the next question. How is golf a rich man's sport? There's no doubt that golf is a sport for the rich compared to other sports, because it can be more expensive than other sports. People think of it as an elite and expensive sport because it costs a lot for the course, equipment, membership, and uniform. Despite the charges, the golf clubs are self-selecting and discriminatory while selecting members to join their clubs. Golf is a sport for the wealthy because it is hard to choose and play. It costs more to play the game because it takes a lot of lessons and practice. Because of the notion that golf is a game for rich people, people who aren't rich don't get a chance to play. This gives rich people a chance to play. What you need to play golf. In order to determine if the sport is for the affluent in society, you need to consider the tools and equipment that you should possess. Starting with high-end golf bags, there are many other equipment you will need to play golf. There are clubs that charge $1,000 to $25,000 for a one-time fee payment, depending on the club. Additionally, you can find clubs that charge an annual fee so that you can have full access to the golf course. If you want to know if a sport is for wealthy people, you need to look at the tools and equipment you need. Starting with a high-end golf bag, you'll need a lot of expensive equipment to play golf. There are clubs that charge a one-time fee of $1,000 to $25,000, depending on the club. There are also clubs where you have to pay an annual fee to have full access to the golf course. Now, let's find out why rich people like to play golf. Number 3, golf gives them a chance to network. Most golf clubs have a lot of wealthy people as members. This includes business people, people who work in finance, Wall Street investors, CEOs, and even politicians. Many wealthy people who play golf do it less for the sport itself and more for the chance to meet and talk to other wealthy people. It's always good to know people, and it gives them a chance to work with others on business deals. Number 2, golf provides social status. Because golf is more expensive than other sports, it has become associated with money and social status. So even people who wouldn't normally play golf become members of a golf club and start playing. It's more of a status symbol than peer pressure. Many people think that if you play golf, you must be wealthy. Number 1, rich people have the time. Rich people often play golf because they have time to do so. People who work from 9 to 5 might not be able to go golfing in the middle of the day. Rich people, on the other hand, have more freedom with their time. Golf was first formed as a rich man's sport. However, things have changed, and anyone can play the game as long as they have the required resources to buy golf equipment and pay for a golf course. Thus, we cannot authoritatively say that it's a rich man's game, but a game preferred by the rich. That was it for today's video. What are your thoughts on the video? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time. We'll see you later.